Jan?
No.
Paul?
No. Now, with that said, moving forward, all expenditures from, and it's gonna be in writing soon, all expenditures from department heads will have to come through the mayor, and he will have to check with proper channels.
Yes.
On the budget or not, it's got to be approved.
But we still have an unresolved issue of where that 1515 is being paid from. Anybody else have a suggestion on where we're gonna get that money? Because it's not in the budget.
We have to have an inventory of the ammunition. We
Well,
might take that in consideration.
I'm not sure how that would, make up the budget
No,
deficit.
but that and uniforms it might. Since we don't have as many police officers, do they have to have so much ammo for training?
Based on the amount of stuff we've got yet to go over tonight, I suggest we continue moving through the agenda and bring that back
I
up.
disagree.
I
believe
disagree,
we need to
because
resolve this
He
issue.
spent the
Okay.
money, we don't have it.
Okay.
We need
It
to know
was
where
not
it's coming
allowed or allotted. He's got to follow rules. He's got to learn.
How much do you have in the, Tony, how much do you have in the ammo?
$1,141.
I'll make a motion that the cost of the body cameras, 1,000, come out of the ammo at, what'd you say it was, 1,000? And the balance come out of uniform allowance.
If we do that, how are the officers gonna certify?
With all the stored up ammo that hasn't been used.
How much ammo is stored up, Eddie? Do we have enough to certify for 1 year?
Should have enough to go one time. Where my policies and procedures we practice, we go certified twice a year. And we practice as often as we can.
We need the ammunition brought to the town hall.
You don't provide a safe place to put it.
We'll buy safe.
You don't provide a crane to build a safe up to the police.
Let's stay on topic.
We've got a motion on the floor from Nancy.
Yes.
I second it.
Would you repeat the motion for me, Nancy?
That the cost of the body cameras come from the police department's budget, line item, the ammo, and the remainder come out of the uniforms.
Okay. Did you get that, Tyler?
I'm working on it.
Okay. You tell me when you're ready. While Tyler's doing that, is there any more discussion?
All right, so who motioned it, Nancy?
I did.
Nancy,
Vivian seconded.
Vivian second. All right, roll call, please.
Tony?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Vivian?
Yes.
Brad?
No.
Jan?
No.
Paul?
No.
Okay, Paul, what do you suggest?
Well, I thought all along that our estimates from the income from Dollar General are going to be off. And I do believe we'll have a surplus at the end of the year because we are not estimating our revenues from Dollar General accurately, just simply based on what we've received so far.
We went back when we had to cut $175,000 out of the budget.
Mhm.
We went back and looked at that and we increased the revenues from Dollar General based on 3 months of history of what we brought in. The bottom line is we've got to have a line item for this. It's got to come from somewhere. Take it out of salaries, take it, got to have a line item for it to come out.
Council, you got a recommendation for us?
I think the council has the authority to amend the budget to provide for that expenditure. And I think you are within your authority to do that based on your revenue projections. But I think that you could also adjust the 2020 budget accordingly to reflect that. you just amend, you can amend the budget 100 times if you want to. If you amend the budget, I think you're within your authority to do that because of your revenue projections. It's a small item, and then you, make a budget memo that you intend to adjust that department budget in the succeeding year by that amount.
So we add the money this year and take it away next year.
Yes, sir.
Does that need a council vote?
It does. You would need to amend, you would just need to have a motion to amend the police department budget by that amount to, cover the cost of the expenditure, and then, vote on that, and then that's done, then you have authority for that expenditure within the budget. And then you, would then make a memo going forward that you would adjust the budget in the succeeding years.
Annette already said tonight that we're way in the red now.
Right.
We got till October to go for a new budget.
This is a more of an accounting thing than a fiscal thing.
Absolutely. Did you happen to write that down as he was saying it?
The motion would be to amend the budget by increasing the police department budget by whatever that amount was.
By $1,515.
Effective immediately, and that the expenditure that was previously authorized be reflected in that line item.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Tony,
No.
Nancy,
No,
Vivian,
No,
Brad,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Next suggestion?
I would suggest deferring it to the next meeting, and we'll put our thinking caps on.
Is there any type of
Can we make a freeze the budget? Can we make a motion in a second to freeze the budget, not spend anything until it's brought in front of the council on everything what to do with the police department? And then that way, nothing else can be spent until we approve it, so no over.
I would exclude salaries out of that.
Excluding salaries, but their salaries wasn't put in their quote budget.
Well, I know, but if that's gonna be what you say, I would make it clear you're excluding salaries and benefits. And contributions to their funds and so forth that you're requiring.
I'll make a motion to freeze the budget of the police department excluding the salaries type of issues, anything that goes along with that until, we come up with a better idea.
I would, in connection with that, there's one other source of revenue from the police budget that I can identify, just looking at it, is fuel cost. And sometimes in the past, when there's been austerity measures, the patrol can be limited. Of course, you can't cut it out because you have to respond to calls, but you can restrict the patrol. That may result in a little savings over a period of time.
I don't want our citizens to pay for it.
No, this would, you still respond to calls. I don't see any more slack in there.
My concern with that is the majority of the people that they catch are people that they happen up on during patrol because we're all at work and they see them slipping in our window.
I'm just trying to think of
How about if I make a motion that we just table this till, for 2 weeks and 2 days for our regular meetings? We have, since it's late, we're tired and we can come up with maybe a better solution at that time.
I would second that.
there is no other solution.
Well, right now we're tired, it's 9:45, and I say
Understood.
let's wait for
But
2
you
weeks and
also
2 days.
passed in paying the bill. Okay, where are you gonna get the money?
We will
Well, we're
address
gonna
it next.
address
next-
it 2 weeks and 2 days by my
The
motion.
next meeting.
This is the next meeting.
Did you get the motion?
Okay, so table to,
Our next regular, monthly meeting.
all right,
It's not gonna be a month. We're just 2 weeks away, a little over 2 weeks away.
Who seconded it?
I've seconded it.
All right, Jan motion, Paul second,
Roll call when you're ready.
Tony,
No,
Nancy,
No,
Vivian,
No, it's gotta be settled.
Brad,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
let's move on to the other items and then let's address that again.
Okay, get another look at
Maybe
it
somebody
later.
can think of something by the time we get through with the other items.
All right, old and unfinished business, phone system for the clerks.
it's been some time since we talked about this, and, I think, Cheryl Sells was the one that was the most familiar with the phone system that was being proposed. Does anybody else have I guess my concern is that I'm not sure exactly what we're buying. I mean, I know we need one, but, anybody have any reservations about this particular system? Are we getting what we need?
I wouldn't know this one over another one.
May I have permission to speak?
Absolutely. You're
Okay.
using the phone.
I'm going to explain it to you what goes on in here. Because me and Carol shared the same phone. And depending on when people are calling us, if we are on the phone right then, we can't put a person that's trying to call in, we can't put them on hold.
Right.
And the other thing is, my understanding is that it would go to all the phones that's in the proposal would go to everyone. And it would give us extensions, that's my understanding. And to me, we need this. We need this, now so that we can be able to, so that when somebody calls, they can go straight to Carol. Or if somebody calls and they need to get to me, they can get straight to me and we can have extensions and not have to worry about playing phone tag, basically, is what I'm getting at.
I think we all agree that we need a new phone system. My question is about IS Talk. Does anybody know?
I mean, that's the company. That's the company's name. That's not the phone, that's the provider, yes.
So I guess what Tony's asking, this is just the equipment
And the installation.
and the
Yeah,
installation.
all this is just the phones, the everything that's on that proposal, it's the phones and the installation, is my understanding.
So we're not leaving, AT&T to go
No,
to InStalk. This is strictly equipment and
This is
installation.
equipment in its place of the phones that we have right now on our desk.
And this $827.50 is a one-time charge.
Yes, this is for everything. This is for them, to get the phones themselves, and for them to come in and do what they have to do to set it up.
And it includes the first month of service.
Yes,
And this can be taken out of capital improvements.
correct.
Yes.
Any information about warranties?
I did not get that. I was just really focused on getting the information that y'all needed, and I should have done that. But however, this was one of those things. The man I spoke to, that's on he was willing to keep this deal with us.
There's something at the bottom
says
of
here
this that says all phones and equipment provided by IS Technologies remain the property of IS Technologies and must be returned at the termination of the agreement.
And then it goes on to say, early termination of the account requires a 60-day written notice, or we pay a penalty for early termination. It sounds like we're signing a contract.
Salaries. Equipment.
I kind of
We need more information.
Does that include the cost of the additional lines?
It's all internet.
Yeah, it's all VoIP as far as I know. I think we need more information.
Is there a live person that can come to the workshop and tell us exactly what it is?
What is the service, Joe? You refer to one month's free service. Is that a maintenance contract?
One, it says, deposit of 1 month service. Deposit of 1 month service is $267.50. That tells me that every month we're gonna get a bill for $267.50.
So, or like I asked, are we not gonna be using AT&T anymore? Or who we use now? Is it
Well,
Comcast?
if it's VoIP, you would not need AT&T, it would go directly into our internet, so our Comcast would be paying our service.
But you still gonna pay the
But you still have to pay that fee.
VoIP provider
Yep,
something.
yep.
What's the phone?
I think we need more research.
Understand.
I can't even find my packet on it. Damn.
We're gonna work on that.
Okay.
We don't need that. I'd make a motion, we table the phone system
I'll
until more
second.
information.
All right, any discussion? A motion that we table the phone system until we can get more details. You can proceed with roll call when you're ready.
All right, so Nancy motioned it.
And Jan second.
All right. Tony,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Vivian,
Yes,
Brad,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Do we want maybe to see if we can get a representative to come out and address the council so we know exactly what this stuff is?
Yeah, and look at what their competitors are as well.
Yeah, I'll make some
267
phone calls and see what I can find.
Okay. All right, next on the list, speech recognition program for the town clerk.
Does this come out of capital improvement?
I still think that we ought to go ahead and make a motion to accept that at $300 because it is very beneficial. I've used one, they are very accurate, and I think the investment is well worth it. I'll make a
Yeah,
motion.
I'll second that, Vivian.
So are we just doing one?
We're doing one.
One, and try it and see, and then we can always purchase more.
Okay.
All right, the motion is that we move forward with purchasing the Dragon Professional Individual version 15 for the amount of $300. Is there any discussion? Roll call when you're ready.
Tony,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Vivian,
Yes,
Brad,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Paul.
Yes. All right, next up, septic and sewer for municipal buildings.
I'll make a motion at this time for us to accept the lowest bid on septic, so we can also, go forward with getting the property deeded over into the town of Lakeview, which that will give us a better asset of more property, and will take care of the issue at hand.
Second. All right, Jan has made a motion and Brad has seconded that we move forward with the
Lowest bid on the septic
lowest bid
tank.
on septic,
Yes.
And the lowest bid is $12,500. Just for everybody's benefit, this is this one included job site evaluation, I know I read hay and grass seed.
Yeah, but it also included possible extra charges.
C and hay, yeah, C and hay will be put over hard pipe in the system. During job site evaluation, there could be a possibility of extra expenses for rerouting sewer line if necessary coming from the cart barn and for setting correct depth for both septic tanks and grinder tank pump. All right, we have a motion and second that we move forward with that bid. Discussion. Okay, roll call.
Tony,
No,
Nancy,
No,
Vivian,
No,
Brad,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Paul? Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we connect the municipal buildings to the Tannehill sewer system at the rates that we were given, which are domestic rates. Impact fees, our fixtures at $720, connection fee $350, the service agreement and recording fee of $130. They require a deposit of $300. And the monthly, $720 per fixture.
Okay.
And we were not sure exactly. We're estimating 10 fixtures. So estimating 10 fixtures, the $350 connection fee, the service agreement recording fee, we're looking at $7,680 plus a $300 deposit and a monthly fee, which will also be the domestic rate. Right now is a minimum of $108 a month.
You say the impact was $750 per fixture?
Per fixture.
I mean, because they,
720.
I'm sorry, $720.
$720, somebody count behind me, got 4 in the cart barn,
We got 15 on those.
that's what I counted was 15, 4, yeah, 15. Has somebody already done the math to see what that is? 'Cause I'm fixing-
12.5.
What?
12.5.
12.5?
Actually, it's less than 12,000.
Yeah, roughly 12.
So if we have 15
It's 750,
fixtures,
which was,
It'd be 10,800.
Yes.
plus the 350, plus the 130. So we're looking at 11,280 estimate based on 15 fixtures.
What was your math?
11,280 based on 15. And that's what we have right now is 15, so I would not expect any more anytime soon.
The ADA's restrooms in the safe room will be part of the safe room project.
And we'll have to be part of that room. Well, we'll be paying the impact fee, but we haven't paid all the purchasing. All right, we have a motion that Tony made. Who seconded that?
Nobody yet.
Nobody?
I'll second.
All right, we have a second from Nancy. That we move forward with the, connecting the municipal buildings to the sewer, Tannehill sewer, with the estimated cost of $11,280. Any discussion?
I'm just not coming up with the same amount of money you are. $720 times 15 is $10,800
Right.
plus 350 comes up to 11,150 plus,
Plus 130,
what's 130 for?
the recording fee.
Recording fee, and how about the $300 deposit?
Yeah, gotta add the $300 deposit too.
So you've got 10,800 plus 350 plus 300 plus 130 is 11,580.
11,580 would be the amended.
And then your monthly domestic.
The 11,580 includes a $300 deposit. It is not all fees.
Okay, so we're amending it to 11,580.
I thought the deposit was, $300, not.
It's $11,880 if you didn't have the $300 deposit, but you can't go forward without the deposits.
Might be at less to not pay the deposit, but.
Okay, 11,000. What is your price again?
11,280, based on 15 fixtures.
Is 11,280 what you recorded in the?
I couldn't even keep up with it.
Okay, well,
All right, the motion is simply that we,
I got the Connect Municipal Building to Tannehill Sewer.
for the estimated amount of $11,280. Any further discussion?
Monthly rates.
What's that?
Plus monthly rates.
Plus monthly rates.
$108.
Which is a minimum.
Minimum of 180.
Minimum of $108.
Yeah.
And we've got almost twice as many fixtures as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath
But
house.
that price was on 17 fixtures, wasn't it?
Now, the impact fee was on,
15,
The impact
the
fee is based
impact
on
fee was on
fixtures.
15 fixtures, and the monthly fee was based on, up to 250 GPD, which was,
Gallons per day?
figures that I got from Keith Hager.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? And that is, assuming there were no surprises in any of this, you're looking at about $1,300 difference between what we just considered in this estimate, plus a fee every month that is a variable. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
there's actually 16 fixtures.
Okay.
There are 16.
There's 16 fixtures because there is a mop sink in that kitchen. So
I didn't count the sink.
I didn't count the mops, I didn't count the sink in here,
What
and
about the shower?
there's a shower in the men's room.
No, that shower in the men's room isn't viable. I mean, I think it's disconnected.
Yeah, it's never been.
It's not-
Never been.
the
As long as it's got a drain to the sewer, it's gonna be considered.
You got 2 fixtures upstairs. You got a bathroom upstairs, remember?
A sink and a toilet.
Okay. In the kitchen, you have 2 fixtures. You got a sink and a mop sink. Is that right? The cart barn, you have 4 fixtures.
Right,
The men's room, you have 5 fixtures.
yes.
Because there's just 2 sinks in the men's room.
2 sinks and 3
Okay.
toilets.
And then the ladies' room, you have 3 fixtures.
So it's
So
16.
isn't that 16?
So I amend the motion from 11,280 to $12,000.
So you got that from
Mhm.
11,280 to 12,000.
Mhm.
Okay. Any further discussion?
As we have discussed, the sewer option, in my opinion, has a little more ability to grow and does not continue to put off our safe pool project, which has been on hold for over a year.
Yeah. I would agree with that. But we're dealing with some variables that, the fee is not written in stone. As people who are already on the sewer in the preserve know well, with rates rising from 54 to 108 or whatever they are now. If it continues to grow by that same, rate, that we could quickly outprice ourselves here. And I'm not comfortable with,
We have a one-time option of getting that land donated. One-time option.
it's, all right, we have a motion and second.
Mhm.
And, the amount, read the amount back to me,
12,000,
12,000 even?
I think.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Well, one thing you can you can think of is this is a fixed situation for the town to grow, to the town to add more buildings, add more toilets or sinks. With the septic, you cannot do that, without paying the price, plus you have to pay to keep it cleaned out, plus you have to pay to fix the pump if the pump goes out. You have a maintenance there, you also have to have a fire, what do they call it, a fire something other with the septic? You had to have fire insurance or something of that nature.
No,
I'm familiar with that.
But
What was it? There was something else that, can you remember, Jim?
The pump and the grinder's all that, the only other potential expense item that I remember.
Okay.
Have an electrical pump and a grinder.
Vivian, you are right, Vivian, that the sewer is fixed. Once the drains start flowing, the drains are flowing. But you add fixtures, like the growth that you're talking about, you add fixtures. This septic system is designed to accommodate this building and that building being developed.
What about the safety?
Bear with me. We're talking about the sewer for this building right now. The sewer itself is set. We agree the drains are going to flow. But as you add more to this building, as you grow that municipal building over there, the cart barn, you're going to have larger impact fees to pay, and you're going to pay more fees each month, which is already a variable that we have no control over. We put a septic tank out there. We have a one-time fee. We pump it occasionally, which is not that much. If you've ever had one pump, you know it's not that much. And if the pump goes out every 10 years, we're still ahead of the game by not having to pay that 108 plus fee every month.
where you're paying a power bill on the pump.
Yeah, and I
The
did.
pump will run maybe once every other day for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I asked Keith, and I wish I'd remembered to ask that question. So he could have answered it for y'all.
It'll be pumping a 500-gallon tank, and it'll pump it down, take 2 days to fill it back up,
If it's being used
if it's
regularly.
being used, and then it takes like a minute and a half to pump it down.
My
The
hope,
sewer rate schedule is set through 2020.
that's when our rates are set through to 2020. It's a good year. My concern with the sewer is not only the fact that the rates could go up, that we could pay more impact fees that we wouldn't have if we have our own septic system out here, but we're dealing with a variable in the sewer that I'm not comfortable doing business with today.
Yeah, but the man's told you many times that he's planning on selling it.
that's right, and then we have no idea what the new owner is gonna charge
It's
us.
another variable.
That's another major variable there. That 108 may turn into, 700 or 1,200 a month.
As Keith has answered my question several times about the Safe Room project, he says that the Safe Room would not be on the septic system that we're looking at now.
Without going back to the health department.
The questions that I asked him, that I have in minutes, he said that this Safe Room cannot go on the septic system that he has drawn. And when I asked him specifically about the Safe Room, he said that the Safe Room would either have to go on its own septic system, which it cannot do on our property. We would have to move the Safe Room off this property for it to go on its own septic system. Or the other thing is that we have to connect it to the sewer. And if we're gonna pay $108 for the 2 bathrooms in the Safe Room, or $108 for all of them, seems like a no-brainer to me.
We keep getting over onto the Safe Room project. Have we decided, has the council voted on what type of buildings we're gonna put up for the Safe
Yes,
Room?
we did, we signed a contract.
And we're gonna put up the multi-use rooms for each that we're planning, aren't we? Long-term, we're planning on putting up 2 or 3,
So far, we've only discussed.
just the one.
But with the septic tank, with going on the septic system, you have ruined any chance of putting any type of facility on that grassy area out there. Nothing. You can't put anything on top of it.
You can't even park a car or drive a car over it.
You're not gonna have that grass area if you don't have a septic system.
That's
No.
right.
You know,
You're not gonna have room to do
like
anything
I
out there.
said,
if you
walk
don't
out
do
there,
this.
walk out there, look 4 feet off the corner of that deck, and there's no room for a safe room out there. When we looked at it before, we didn't know exactly where the property line was.
Well, I'm not saying, safe room. It doesn't have to be a safe room. You're not gonna be able to put anything out there.
Well, but there's not enough room out there now. If we don't get this property because we're putting in the septic tank, you don't have room to put anything out there anyway.
Why can't you put it in the car barn?
We're talking about building other buildings, Vivian. Talking about growth. I'm not sure about the car one. All right. Any other discussion? We'll put it to a vote. All right, the motion, the motion is that we, tie on to Tenny Hill Sewer, the estimated cost of $12,000. Roll call, please.
Tony,
Yes.
Nancy,
Yes.
Vivian,
Yes,
Brad.
okay.
Again, my biggest concern, and it may be others' concern, and they're just not mentioning it, is